Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Mr. Locario. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about why you shouldn't take compliments. Now, you're probably like, what? What are you talking about? Now, it's not necessarily that you shouldn't take compliments. It's more so that you shouldn't take it seriously. And what I mean by this is, when you take a compliment, when somebody compliments you, let's say somebody says, you're really smart. You're like the smartest person I know, the smartest person I've ever met. Right? So you take that compliment and then you start to feel good. Now, the reason why you're feeling good is because that compliment is feeding your ego. Your ego is the false sense of self. That's who you think you are, but it's just really something that the world has, put onto you. So, someone saying, hey, you're really smart. Now you think, oh, I'm smart. I'm special. I'm better than everybody else. And then that makes you feel good about you. And then, you sort of get this false sense of happiness derived from that compliment. Right now, you might be saying, so, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with taking the compliment and feeling good and feeling like I'm smart and feeling like I'm smarter than this guy and all this other stuff, right? Well, see, when you take that compliment, now what happens is that, you're going to start to feel some anxiety at certain points. Why? Because now that I told you you're smart, or somebody said you're the smartest person ever, what you're going to try to do is you're going to need to keep up that image of yourself. Now you got to make sure you're doing all these smart type of things so that people can keep thinking you're smart, because you want to feel that special feeling of being that smart person, right? Also, what happens is this, is that if you take that compliment of, hey, I'm the smart guy, what's going to happen is that you're going to run across someone who's going to probably tell you that you're stupid or you're dumb, right? And now what's going to happen is that you're going to be upset. You're going to fight it. No, but I'm the smart guy. I'm this smart guy. Everyone's telling me I'm smart. You tell me I'm stupid. How dare you, right? But see, the reason why you're even taking that, that comment about you being stupid or dumb is because when you say smart, or when you call someone smart, you can't know if someone's smart unless you understand stupidity. And stupidity is in relation to smart, and smart is in relation to stupidity. So if you take this smart compliment, you also, on the other end, basically take the stupid compliment, or the stupid comment, right? So the thing is that you're constantly going to be going back and forth between trying to feel good and get the smart compliments and trying to avoid the stupid and dumb comments. But see, you can't have one without the other. You can't have smart without stupid. You can't have stupid without smart. You only know what smart is because you know what stupidity is. And you only know what stupidity is because you know what smart is. So what happens is that you're going back and forth and you're going through the motions of trying to make sure that people see you as smart, because that makes you feel good, and you want to avoid people seeing you as stupid because that makes you feel bad. So now your emotions are basically caught between those two things. You are making those two things, or those two images of you, dictate how you feel, right? So now if you would back up and, if you would just sort of fall back and not take the compliments and not take the comments, then you don't have to deal with any of that shit. You don't have to deal with the anxiety of trying to, continue to be that smart guy. You don't have to take the feeling of, trying to run away from being that stupid guy, because you don't indulge in any of that applying to who you are and what you're about. So you're opting out of both of the things. You're opting out of any of those things, which is essentially the same because they go together. So you're opting out of being praised, and you're opting out of being criticized. You're just like, I don't need any of it. Because in order for you to be praised, you have to also be criticized. You can't have the praise without the criticism, because the criticism goes along with the praise goes along with the criticism. The smart goes with the stupid goes with the smart. You can't have one without the other. So therefore, if you don't want to be called stupid, you can't allow yourself to be called smart. If you don't want to be criticized, you cannot allow yourself to take praise. You understand that? So the thing is, the reason why you want to be praised and want to be said that you're smart, again, is because of your ego. But if you don't need that, if you don't, adhere to feeling like you have to go along with that ego, then you don't need the praise. You don't need to be told that you're smart to feel good, because you can feel good without having any of those things attached to you. You don't need for someone to say that you're smart for you to feel good about yourself. But now you feel like you need to because you are caught up in your ego. If you drop that ego, then you won't need to have the praise or for someone to tell you you're smart. See, it's okay to have the ego and understand that if you understand it's the ego. It's okay for you to take the compliment if you understand that, hey, you're just complimenting me and it is what it is, and you just sort of like say, but you don't take it in and saying, oh, I'm great now because this person said I was smart. Or, oh, I'm terrible because this person said I'm stupid. You opt out of all of that. And so when you opt out of it, that's when you start to see the real you. That's when you start to realize that no praise can try to sort of control your emotions, and no criticism can control your emotions. You're opting out of both. You understand? You're not about all of that stuff. You don't need any of that. You don't need the praise, and you don't need that criticism to shape who you think you are. Thanks for watching, and please share this video and subscribe, and also click the link below or go to LocarioMotivation.com to get the free audio program, Eliminate Your Insecurity: How to Build Your Self-Esteem and Be Confident.